Hello, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. The security guard surveillance camera walkthrough. Rational-minded people will see a man working very hard. Conspiracy theorists will see a psycho roaming the halls. What will you see? Let's go on the journey together. Right now. All right. So here we go. All right. We are going to talk about the security guard surveillance footage. Now, what I'm going to be doing during this video is I'll just give you an example. All right, so you see right now when the security walks by the surveillance camera, that means he didn't go down the food court. There is one instance where he did. He kind of tricked me. But when he walks right by like that, that means he goes through this opening and then down here to the elevators or somewhere out there, you know. But it pretty much just leads right down to the elevator, and there's a store, a gift shop or something over there. But yeah, he could go anywhere through this door and be anywhere, all right? And then, for example, here in the lobby, when he leaves the building, I might show, here's the, the turnstile as he comes out. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like. All right, so I augment the surveillance with stills without removing any of the surveillance footage. Okay, so let's just get started right here. So I picture when this guy's walking around that people who think he's guilty of something will look at every single head turn and think he's doing something, nefarious. Ooh, look at that. Do you see how he has left arm out right there? He's probably calling somebody. Look at, just watch it for what it is, okay? Now, I actually started this on the 8th. Look up there, 2346. Now, so I show it, Kate kind of goes out the turnstile there, but look at, I actually found this little footage of him out there at 2350, and I think there's a back entrance into the hotel, and this is how he gets through that dishwasher area. Okay, now this is something that's interesting that I showed in another video. Is right when he takes a right here, he comes out into that hallway, which is, you'll see it right here. This is the end of the hallway. Now notice how it says exit right here. This is the same door that they actually brought Teresa through to view Kenneka's body. She came all the way down this long hallway. You know that hallway that she was, I guess, when she was shocked to hear that her child died and ran out screaming? That same hallway area? That's the same hallway, but this is the other end of the hall. And I also believe that this double door right here is directly above the double doors that lead to the lower level kitchen that Kenneka went through. It all works out if you visualize it in your head three-dimensionally. All right? All right, so let's just start from right there. So he walks through the dishwasher area, takes a right, and you'll see the hall that I'm talking about in a couple of these next clips here. All right, so that's him coming out those double doors. Looks back. Ooh, he must have been looking for somebody following him. Or he was just checking to see if the door was shut. Which one seems more likely? All right, now he's coming down that hall. Camera picked him up. If you hear me drinking some water, don't worry about it. So right there, he walks by, and then he'll just make a right-hand turn and come through that opening. That's where Teresa came running out in that one video. All right, now he goes through this door that's right next to the front desk, and you'll see it right here. This door right here. So there's the front desk. He walks through those. Every time he walks in that direction, he walks through that door, and then he can walk down these steps too. Okay, but right now he's going to walk right by the surveillance camera and again go through here somewhere. Okay, now every time I put one of those pictures up, there's going to be a time change. Okay, because he left for a while. That he's not on surveillance camera in any of those positions. So he goes back through that door again. Whenever he goes up to the customer level floors, he's not on surveillance. And if he is on surveillance, they just didn't release all the footage from the floor. If they have that footage, they said they didn't. But even if they did, I think it's a good idea they didn't release it. I mean, can you imagine the scrutiny that all these people on social media would have for each and every person that just wanted to have a place to stay that night? I think that would be irresponsible. I think they released the footage that tells the story. It would be nice, yes, it'd be nice to have surveillance footage of her coming out of the room on the 9th floor and getting into the elevator. That would be awesome. Okay? But apparently they don't have it, and if they did, and they release that, then everybody would say, well, what about the rest of the footage? Let's see what Manifa and all, forget it, okay? We see what happens. She went down the elevator. I believe she pressed LL and then came out. She thought that was just the lobby, and then she came out on the lower level. You see that elevator door open up a lot. I think it was Fractal Truth brought that up. He goes, God, that elevator door opens up all the time by itself. And I think what's happening there is a lot of people hit LL, and then they realize, oh, before they even get there, they hit L. Or they get to the bottom and they go, okay, I meant to hit L, and they stay in the elevator, hit L, and then it goes up. Okay, so right there, you can see, I'm just showing some extra shots. He probably walked that lady that way, and now that's one of the clips that had a crazy motion capture. It only starts right there. Okay, but he is coming back with the lady in pink right there, all right? Because you see that he just left at 40, 42, and then 15 minutes later, he's back, and that's where it actually picks up at, which is one of the few instances like that. But, this is, keep in mind, this is all hours and hours before Kenneka was ever even, she's not even at the party yet at this point. Like when he walked through that dishwasher area, that was literally 3 hours and 20 minutes before she even was down in the pass elevator. Okay, so here you can always, every time there's an image, just look up here and you'll see the amount of time changed where he's not on surveillance. Okay, so he went back into there again. Now he's coming out of that. Now he's going to go down to the conference level, which is down those steps right there. Now down those steps, he'll come to right here. And he's running because he's, somebody asked for something. I think that's something that Teresa's lawyer should look into, is that the security guard on duty was given so many other responsibilities that he didn't even have time. He was spending a lot of time delivering stuff to rooms, like blankets and pillows and so forth. All right, so see him right there. He goes down that ramp, and this is the ramp right here. That's the same ramp that you see Kenneka walk up. And now look right here. You see the floorboard? It's a solid floorboard there, but then there's a little turn here. I think that's actually a linen closet type room, and this is also a room with linen in it too. But I think he goes in there and he gets like a dolly of some sort. Okay, so watch this. So he's down there, and I think he got like a dolly out of that room that's right over here to the left. And then he's going to go up to a floor and deliver some of the, like a pillow, and, he's patting the pillow there, make sure it's fluffy. Goes on the elevator in 158. And then literally like a minute and a half later, he comes back out with that little push cart thing. Looks like he's putting it back in that room. And then you'll see him running back to the lobby again. So he'll cut up those steps right there. Like he's running up right here. And then when he gets to the top, he'll take a left. See? Right there. Then he goes through that opening. Okay, now he's just hanging out at the front desk. It's 2:01 in the morning now. So sometimes he goes back behind here and he'll stay there for like 30 minutes or something. He doesn't leave. And I've checked all the cameras all around of the places I know that he could leave from, and he doesn't leave. So he literally is just back there. So look at him right there. He puts his hands up in the air again. Geez, so he goes. This is another angle of those same steps. So he's going to run like this and then down. And here he is running again. You'll see in a second. And watch it. I think he puts his hands. Yeah, he's like, God, I just delivered the blankets. I have to do this again? I mean, they just have him running back and forth. See, this is how I perceive it. Without, just through I'm just looking at it like a normal person should be looking at it. Look at, he's just holding blankets right there. He's going to bring them up. It's 2:03. Now he's going to another floor. Okay, he's probably going to the same floor he just went to. That's why he's frustrated, because he could have brought that on the last trip. All right, and then he comes back. It looks like about the same amount of time, 2 minutes later. Now he's running again. He's going to run back up into the lobby. Again, back up those steps. Right there. And now he's back in the lobby. Goes to the front desk. And then sometimes at the front desk like this, I'll cut over to the other camera just to kind of get a different look. That's not really that useful because you can't see him. But that's the front desk right there. He's over on that right-hand side of it. So if I was to go back to that, he's over here on that. Okay. So right now it's 2:05. 2:06, I mean. Okay, now he goes down that other hallway there. And this is what it looks like right when you turn onto the tile there. And here he comes. Now, I think he heads to the restroom here. I actually show where that is. See, if you look at those count those pylons right there. And then he goes around right through there into the restroom. That's a restroom sign. So he goes right through there. And then a few minutes later, he comes back. Now, there's a door right over here that leads behind the office, too, into the coat room. But he doesn't, he doesn't take that one. But he does it on different occasions. So right there, he walked around like this. And he's going to come out. So here he comes. Had a little bit of a cold or runny nose. I'm not sure why. So now he's at the left-hand part of that same front desk. I could have cut to that other camera that's on there. Maybe the other one, the camera that's on this side. But this is one shot that I found of him just hanging out back here that wouldn't have shown up on surveillance. So he's right there. And then he comes out that same door again. Now he goes back out to the front desk, probably saying, hey, do I have more deliveries to make? Or what's going on? Now I know you guys are probably looking at these papers, trying to zoom in, see what you can see, Alright, so right here he goes outside, through the turnstiles, yet again. He did that earlier. Now it's 2:12. Right? So he goes out these turnstiles. And then 5 minutes later, he comes back. So I don't know if he went out to his car or what, Like, what did he do for those 5 minutes? But again, Kenneka still has another hour and 8 minutes or so to get on, to show up on that elevator, on the pass elevator. So he goes through that entry again, comes out. Now he's at the front desk. Like Kenneka's right now is at the party. So now he's going back down those stairs again. And running again. Just running, trying to get his work done. So he's back here. He probably went back in there again to get more stuff. And now he's got another load to do. Not able to do his security rounds because he's delivering blankets and towels and sheets. I think that's an angle her attorneys should look at. You know, even though that might be common practice, it's not good. All right. So here comes the... oh, wait, I shouldn't say that, right? Because I work for Rosemont. Never mind. All right, so he goes through that door right there, left of the security counter. Now, here's an interesting one. See this right here? He actually comes out this side door in the food court hallway. He comes out this one. So that's an exit you can do from the front desk. And now I pick him up on the visibility camera. All right, and this is the one I did the other day, you know, with the, quote, bloody hand. All right, this is actually one of the longer times where you can just keep following him. Normally it's just short little trips, or he's in a place where there's no surveillance. All right, so he goes down the stairs. Passes the men's bathroom. He's now passing the women's bathroom, picking the food out of his mouth with his index finger. Goes through the double doors. And I actually don't know for sure where the lunchroom is in here, but it's in there somewhere, and it's really close to there. He walks around for an extra 40 seconds going there. I don't know. I explained that in the other video. I don't know where he went. That was a little extra 40 seconds. But again, Kenneka's not even down there for another 50 minutes. Completely unrelated. Anything that he's doing, he's just getting a glass. And it looked like the glass was clear. You know, when I look at that, let's just see it. There's a shot that's right. Let's see if I can. Right there. See when he turns right there? That's a clear, you can see his hand right there holding that. That's a clear glass. So I almost think that the liquid that he put in is kind of a orangish color because it looks like that later. All right, so remember, apparently he has he had a bloody nose and a bleeding left hand. You know, one of the two. So right now he opens the door with his left hand. The door swinging. And he's real quickly back out those same double doors. Maybe he ran, I don't know. But see how there was some color in that drink now. It wasn't a clear glass, so, you know, maybe, and he was about to go up these stairs right here, and then he decided, well, yeah, I'll go the other way. You see him down there in the escalator. That was my happy moment for all of you who saw me find that live when I was recording the video. It wasn't a live video, but while I was recording it, I saw him show up in that little gap right there. Now there's his left hand going up the escalator. So obviously no cut on that hand. And then he comes out, and he's got the drink. And then I pick him up with another camera. Right here. So now it doesn't look clear, you know, that cup. You know, I don't really know for sure, but if that's a colored cup, but it sure looked clear when he picked it up. All right, so now he goes at 244, he makes a turn and goes back through that same side door that he always goes through. That one right there. And I hold this shot for an incredibly long time where it didn't need to be. I can just see it down below, the length of the So anyways, yeah, I mean, he was back there for like 45 minutes or something, or 30 minutes. And then he comes out with and he puts his coat on and he goes right back this way and heads towards he walked right through there and he'll head towards the elevator area. Okay, and then he comes back quite a bit later again, or a few minutes later. Let's see how far that was. Hold on. No, not too long. Only 3 minutes later, he's back right here. And there's the mother with her child with the neck pillow. She's in a lot of the shots. Okay, now this is where I found, one of the times where I find him come out that side door. So, I had to do a lot of research. So it's that door right there. Let me just show you that so you can remember that. So this is looking down that hall, and this is the door he just came out of right here. It says coat room. All right, that leads back to behind the office too, so you can get back to the front desk through there. All right, now he makes a quick cut right there. So a little sooner, he didn't walk this way, but he's heading back to the bathroom again. And again, he'll come back, this way. Right there. So he just went to the bathroom. I'm not sure if this is the one where he adjusts his pants and so forth. All right, and then he goes back into that coat room that we already showed. All right. So, yeah, I guess I showed that again because he went in there. Now here she comes. That same girl with the child again, and then the security guard walks by, and he heads back towards those elevators, and those all just lead up to the customer floors. Now, if you guys can find other video that I'm missing of this guy, let me know. Okay, I'll put it into the timeline, and I'll just put out an update at some point. I did find some, some extra shots of these the girls here. Just individual shots here and there of like Bree and so forth, and added them to what her friends were doing. That video I made about what her friends were doing. All right, so he just went back in that side door again after being at the front desk. And if you notice, nobody called him over and said, "Hey, our friend's missing." All right, now he was back there for a while, so let's see how long he was back there. Because it was 4 o'clock right then. So again, you notice that security guard, nobody went up to him and said, "Hey, our friend's missing." I don't even think he's aware, unless one of them told him, when he was up on one of the floors. I don't know. All right. So he comes back out this door here. Takes a right. Goes back down there again. Looks like there is a surveillance camera there, but we don't have any footage from that. Okay, then he comes back. Now it's about 4:20. Takes a left into that side room again. And then I think he comes out of this again. 4:43. All right, now he has his jacket on. So he spends a lot of time back there too. And it looks like he's heading towards the elevators again. 2 minutes later, he comes back. He might have just gone to that gift shop or something. Maybe he bought a candy bar. We just don't know because it's not on surveillance. All right, so right now he's talking to the front desk person. I could have put that shot in there too, but yeah. I'm really just tracking him around. Perhaps the close-up there, you'd see something nefarious that you could come up with. I don't know. So he went back through that side door there. That's what that one. And then I think he comes back out. Oh, yeah. So he comes back out that crazy hallway exit again. Now, this is where people go, "Oh, see that? Okay, see this door right there?" Okay, let's just do that again. See, there's a door. See that yellow right there with a black outline? And there's a door next to it, and he slides something under it. All right, you see this? Watch. He's going to bend over, and it's this door. See the yellow? And this door. He slides something underneath it. All right, so he's sliding it underneath, and he walks this way. Now, ooh, look at that. Ooh, he's so dodgy. He's looking around. No, he just slid something underneath there. A couple chefs come out of that at some point. Might be like a break room for chefs or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what he slid under there. Maybe like a menu or something, an order for something to eat. Because a little bit later he does get something to eat. All right, so he does come out that side door again in this hallway. See, that's why it was hard to find him sometimes, because he doesn't always exit from the lobby. He comes out these side doors. There's this one and the one on the other side over there. All right, so right there he took a left, went into the bathroom again. Okay, now he's going to come back out this way. The surveillance footage in this area was kind of weird too, because you'd get like half of one where he's here, then the other half he's finishing the walk, so you had to put them together. But he comes around right here, and he's going to leave the building at 5:22. Kind of says, "Hey, see you later." He gave the guy a wave. So 5:22. So again, he went through this turnstile here. And then 5 minutes later, he comes back again. It's similar to that other time when he left. Maybe he went to his car for a minute. Now he's back through that side door. I think this guy's a concierge. I thought that was a lady in one of the videos I did, wearing a maroon jacket, but... Yeah, so he comes out that side door, and then now he's going down at 5:35 to the conference level. And I think this time he goes this way. But no, he doesn't. That's later. Yep, so he's going back down towards the, those pass elevators. The ones that Kenneka came out of. Now, I think because he's walking so slow, we're going to lose him. I think he gets lost off of surveillance there. He doesn't get recorded for a second. So let's see what time that was. That was 5:36. And 5 minutes later, it looks like he's going to have another bundle of towels and so forth to deliver. Now let's see how quickly he gets back down again, because sometimes it takes 2 minutes, sometimes. All right, so it was 5:41 and 44 seconds. And let's see. Oh yeah, and this time he didn't come back down there. He went to the lobby level and came back. So you get what's going on there? See, on the other times he would come back to the same level and go up. This time he came, to the elevators here on the lobby level, and then just headed right up to the front desk area. And there's that side door behind the front desk again. Now it's 5:54. Now what's crazy is I think one of these times, yeah, so that time he went that way, but there's a time where it looks like that, but he actually did take a right down the food court hallway. All right, so notice that was a pretty big jump right there. See, that was 5:54, and then he just goes off this way somewhere, and then he goes up the, and I don't know if he goes up to the floors, does some routes, checking, doing security routes, I have no idea. All right, but he went back behind the. Let's check that out again. So where did he go right there? Okay, so he goes through that door, and then that was 6:38. And then he comes out this door right here 7 minutes later. Now see how he's kind of hugging the wall there, and he kind of gets in there quick? I mean, that would almost not set off the motion sensor. Okay? So right here, you see he walked in this area. So you can take a quick left and then go in there, and you would barely set off that motion sensor up there. So this is one of those this is the one time in the entire surveillance footage that I wasn't able to pick him up, but I think this is his motion. See the 647, 49? Anybody else who has these files will see that there's nothing on that capture. And I couldn't find him. I was like, where did he go? Because I actually have a shot of him showing up with a lunch, like a bag of food into the lobby. And I was like, well, where the hell did he go? He went to the bathroom. But I found this one that says 647 and nothing happens. All right. So I made this longer so we could talk about it. But see, then I looked all around and I found that he came back out through there, because what happened is he came in and probably just came in like this and went through the coat closet, the coat door right there. And it maybe just barely set off the motion sensor, and he went in, and then there was no recording of him. Okay, because he goes right from here to coming out that side door, but he needed to have time to come back this way. So I did find that. But, I mean, again, now it's 6:47, and Kenneka has been in the freezer for 3 hours and 15 minutes. So, all right, so he comes out this side door here. Now I pick him up for a long time here. Got him on this camera. It was pretty exciting to actually find him after looking like, where did he go? Where did he go? And then I eventually found him. Had to check every camera at a certain time. Now he's in that restaurant there. This is the one where I found that footage of Kenneka and the rest of the girls when they entered the hotel. They walked by right there. All right, so what he's going to do is he's going to go back. He's going to go back and go to the buffet. And I'm not going to, play the video. There's 2 minutes or so that I cut out because he's not on camera. He's just sort of behind the screen at a buffet, and basically we have looks like a bunch of Asian people eating here, So there he is right there. Looks like he's going to grab he grabs like a takeout box. And then he goes back here, and he's going to fill it up. It looks like there's a buffet. See how people are showing back up with plates? So I skipped ahead 2 minutes here. And now he's coming back with his box all full. And then he's going to put it into a plastic bag. And see, this is all the part I couldn't find because he showed up back in the lobby with a plastic bag. That was the next clip I had, and I said, oh, that didn't make sense. So all of this stuff here I found because I knew what time he was in the lobby, and then I just sort of backtracked it. All right. Looks like he got maybe some, I don't know if that's napkins and forks or whatever that was, but so he's got his little food to take home. Comes back in the lobby. See, this is a shot I had, and I had to sort of figure out, like, how did he get there? Because all he was doing is going to the bathroom. So he went through that left door right there, which is this one. And going to come out of that. And I think, okay, now he's going to go down to the pass elevator level again. Now this is kind of a crazy one because he walks by this camera, and normally you can pick him up on the next camera, but there's a door against this wall over here right next to that. And you'll see the light of the, right here, watch this. See how it opened? He went into a room that's right there. Okay, it's 6:56. That's exactly the timing, so just watch that. 6:56 and 21 seconds. All right, now it's 6:26, 24, 25. Light goes on. Door opens, and now it shuts. And then I think it just opens back up again. Yeah, 2 minutes later. See, 2 minutes later it opens up again. And now he's going to come out, and he's going to head back this way towards the lobby, looks like. Okay, so now he's going to head up back into the lobby area. And I think this guy gets off at about 7 o'clock. All right. So now he's going to head back to the, through that side door again. All right. Now from back there, he's going to come out of this door here, the coat door there. Comes out. He has his backpack on. Notice he's got his security outfit on. Says goodbye. Probably see you tomorrow. He's back there, changing his clothes because now he's got his regular clothes on. He doesn't have his work clothes on anymore. I think his food's in the backpack, unless he got the food for somebody else, but it looked like it was for himself. He didn't have time to eat it. And here's Miss Martin right here. All right. Now, if you notice, when he walks by, he kind of glanced that way. Oh, whoa, Jesus. Listen. He was just walking by. He was looking there, then he looked at the boss, and then he went this way. Then he went into that side door right there. But if that's all you got, a side glance, see, that's the problem. But anyways, he's leaving the building. Went through the turns. It looks like he just went back to grab his food. So I was wrong. He did not have the food in the backpack. And that kind of makes sense because, it would drip all over everything, right? So he goes into the back here through the side door. And let's watch that again. And he comes out, and there it is. He has the food in his hand right there. And it looks like he put a baseball hat on. And he's leaving. He's done. All right? So, is there anybody out there when you watch this, you go, whoa, God, that guy really was up to no good. Ooh, whoa. God, I sure hope not. Because when I watched it, it just looks like a guy working. And if you can find something else out there, let me know. I couldn't find it. Now, I will give you the conspiracy theories a little bone here, okay? All right, let me go find this. All right, so right here, okay, right now, Kenneka is just showing up in that pass elevator area. All right? Pass elevator, she gets there about 3:25, those doors open. So she's almost there. She's probably riding the elevator down at this moment. That's how accurate these time codes are, by the way. All right, so that's the door he just went in. All right, so when you watch this, he went in that side door there. Then there's some time, and then it's 3:29. So 3:29, he leaves the office. So right now, Kenneka is already in about 4 minutes of her journey alone through the halls. Okay, now at this time, the security guard goes to the elevator and goes up to all the floors. He's not on surveillance or anything. And then he shows back up at 4 o'clock. That's how long he was gone. So there is about 4 minutes of Kenneka's walk, when she was intoxicated. There's about 4 minutes of that where, he's unaccounted for. He's upstairs doing something. He's not on any of the surveillance footage, though. All of the places that would have captured him, he was nowhere near that. Okay? So I can say that he's not on surveillance for half of her walk and then an extra half hour after that. But when you look at it, he's right here. By the clipboard, looks like he's going to go check some floors, right? Do his little, routes that he goes on to. And then he comes back with the same clipboard and everything. But right behind him now is Shemaya and Monifa, but they don't really seem to actually be asking him anything at all. Like they're not even engaged with him. All right, so that's about all I got for you guys. Sorry I couldn't find any more, anything more nefarious. I had that one slight little, the glitch where it set off the motion sensor and he didn't show up. And that's really it, So I hope this helped everyone, okay? Because I don't see anything at all nefarious about the security guard. And I didn't see anything nefarious of her friends. They looked around for over an hour, and they couldn't find her. They actually looked a little bit nervous at one point near the end. And, you know, I just feel like they're getting a bum rap, okay? So again, I hope that helped you all, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.